Cast your cares off in pastels and tie your troubles in bows. Make a friend in fashion with Izzie and Coco. Yeah, this is the cute life.
Hello and welcome to Live the Cute Life. I'm Izzie.
And I'm Coco.
Today we will do another book review.
And we will be talking about Grimspace by Ann Aguirre. And so what is this book about?
Before that, I'm really glad we're doing another Ann Aguirre book review.
Yes, me too, because I felt really bad. Blue Diablo, I really didn't like that book. So I'm glad to read a book that I really, really liked by the same author.
Yes, and this is the first book that I read of hers, and it's sci-fi. It's in the science fiction genre. Yes.
Okay, so what is this book about? So it's a sci-fi book, and there's this girl called Samantha Jax that has a gene that can have spaceships travel at the speed of light. So they call that jumping in the book. And when their spaceship is traveling at that speed and they're like in the wormhole, they call that Grimspace.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the book is called.
Hence the name of the book, yes.
So it starts with she is in a psych ward because she was in a crash of a spaceship that was headed to a summit with all these politicians.
And she was the
navigator and the only survivor.
Yes.
And she's in this prison, and this guy shows up and busts her out of prison, and his name is March.
Yes.
And the goal of the
reason he busts her
out is that he's been hired by these people who want to open a competition to the corporation that has a monopoly on jumping.
Yes.
So that's what the book is about.
Yeah, it's very a lot of world building, a lot of politics in this one. I felt like, right? And
so you liked it. What
I remember. Disclaimer: it's been years since I read this book. She just read it, so that's why we're going over it. So I remember liking it a lot. How was the romance? Was there a lot of romance in this one? I don't remember. Was it just starting?
No, there is actually romance in this one.
Okay, with March.
I really like this book. So I thought if I had not read Fortune's Pawn before.
Oh, you would have loved it, but I would have compared
this book.
Yes.
But after reading Fortune's Pawn and then reading Grimspace, I'm like, this is a really good book, but it's not awesome like Fortune's Pawn. It's like the main problem I had with this book was the whole what was motivating characters to do things.
Yes.
So like March has been hired by this clan to bust this girl out of prison, and all these people that are in that operation sign up for the mission knowing that they're gonna die trying to get this girl out of the thing. And you think like, oh, like when people are signed up for a mission like that, there's gonna be like a noble cause or something like that. And like, no, we just want to open a competition because these people have monopoly on like, I mean, I know that there's going to be other, like, positive repercussions in the world.
Yes.
But they didn't really get into it as, like, that what they were doing was something noble, something good.
You know what? I think that gets developed more in the second and third book, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember it being, like, it becomes more of a noble cause, if I'm not mistaken.
Because so many people die in this book, and I'm like, for what?
For, like, business, like commerce?
Yeah, and I know they were bad, the corporation was bad, and, like, they were doing these bad things, and they crashed the ship on purpose with the dignitaries, and they're killing people and everything. But still, it wasn't like this horrible evil that they were fighting, and that all these people, you know, they weren't trying to take down the corporation. They were just trying to set up a competition. It was the weirdest thing. And then at the very end, this one character hasn't been in the whole book, shows up from one side, and he's like, did you ever think why they crashed their ship? And she's like, oh no, I didn't. And then in like 1 second, he puts together this like film and broadcasts it to the world. And now everyone's like, yeah, screw the corporation, and overthrows them. So I was like, that was the weakness.
Yeah.
But on the other side, she was a kick-ass character.
Yeah.
She, you know, it was really cool how to describe when they're in hyperspace and jumping and all that stuff. And what I liked the most was the relationship between her and March. So do you remember that he can read her thoughts?
No, I didn't remember that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Because she keeps thinking barbs at him.
Yes.
And he can read her mind. So he keeps glaring at her. So
I did like how the relationship started because they hate each other. I usually like that.
And then, but like, there's like something very intimate between the pilot because the navigator can get into like that Grimspace, but the pilot is the one that takes the ship to where it's supposed to go. So there's like an intimate relationship when they're in there, and they end up falling in love. And
yes,
it's actually really cute how they end up together, and the relationship when they get together is still cute. Sometimes when the main characters finally get together, it's kind of like,
a bit of
yeah. But this was cute, so I liked it.
Oh, good. I wish you'd read it before Fortune's Pawn, because it was really good on its own. I remember really liking it, reading the second one. I think I didn't get to the third one. I got to a point like,
Okay, but that's another thing. Like, I'm happy where it ended, the first book. I don't have that thing with Fortune's Bond that I was like, oh my god, what happens next?
Yeah.
What happens next? And I read all 3 books, like, one after the other.
Okay.
This one, like, I'm done. But it was
good. It was really good.
I recommend that if you haven't read it, check out Grimspace. It's a great book by Ann Aguirre.
Perfect. How many stars would you give it?
3.5, almost 4.
Yeah, that's a good rating. That's what I would give it as well. And I really like her covers. Her covers of Grimspace.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
And I like them. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. Please subscribe
to our channel, and please leave comments below. See if you liked it as much as we did.
Ciao, I'll see you around. Also, you know what? Ann Aguirre has more of a young adult, post-apocalyptic series called The Enclave, and they were pretty good. The Horde. I think it's called The Horde.
Oh.
I don't remember.